Without question, one of the most colorful drivers in the history of the Indianapolis 500 and one of the most successful drivers too. Three-time Indy 500 winner Bobby Unser with us today. Uncle Bobby live from Unserville in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Bobby, how's it going? How's life?
It's nice to talk with you guys. I haven't talked to anybody from New York in ages. I think it's neat.
Oh, it's great to see you. You're such a legend, and it's a great opportunity to be able to talk racing and your career. You win the Indianapolis 500 three times with three different teams and in three different decades, the first man to do that. So to me, it begs the question, Bobby, is the Indianapolis 500, is it fair to say that it might be the most difficult race to win?
That's just true to form. But it also makes it a super place to have won a race at. Racing is, when it gets up to the size of Indy 500, it's a butt kicker, things are really going. And everybody, before I won it my first time, I wanted to win it so bad it was terrible. And then all of a sudden, God dang it, I had to win it my second time, and then the third. And it just became way more important. In other words, it doesn't die off, it doesn't lose the zippy-doo. If you'd like it to, it just doesn't do it. Winning the Indy 500 every time will be the best time.
I've heard you say before that there are so many drivers that think they made the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but in reality, IMS made them. I think that's a great line because, again, to think back to your victories, 1968, 1975, and 1981, all three of them so very different, again, with all three different teams.
Yes, it did, and that just, I think, more of an indication of what I mentioned a while ago, how important that the win in Indianapolis really is. In other words, you can win it once, big deal. Twice, big deal. Three times, God, they think the guy's getting serious,
All three of those victories, one of which was shortened by, of course, by the rain. Another one you had some, gearbox trouble, and then of course the controversy in 1981. So all three of them a little bit different. You might even be able to say that you won the race twice in 1981.
Well, I technically did, but that's all right. I'm going to get them all, Yeah, when it comes to winning the race, that little deal with Mario was a sad deal because Mario and I were really good friends. And so we look at that and we say, wow, we've lost a friendship and then got it back. So I think that's really good. That was really good.
Now I know, of course, and I think everyone knows, the Unser family is basically a legacy of speed and an empire of speed, and to see your family have so much success through the generations, and basically it starts not only with your older brother, but obviously your younger brother and even your son and so many racers in the family. But I thought it was interesting that Jerry Jr., of course, passes away at Indianapolis. And did you ever kind of think to yourself, like maybe racing isn't a good idea after your brother passes away, especially at Indy?
Many people have asked either Al or I the same thing. And it just isn't, it isn't a problem. Never has been a problem. It's not an easy thing to get by for sure, but it just isn't a serious problem. You got to think that Jerry really wanted to race, and getting himself killed, that wasn't such a big deal to him. He had to race, and he did a hell of a good job on it. But you can't do a good job all the time when you're trying to do something like that, because it's a dangerous thing to be in.
Since racing, of course, is a family tradition, what was it like to see your son following your footsteps at Pikes Peak and also at Indy, and to even watch him win the hill climb 9 times. What kind of feeling was that?
That was the big ringer. You know, Pikes Peak, it always has been our big ringer. Always been our place to go, our thing to really look at. And thank God we've been able to make that happen. And there was lots of times when it didn't look like it was going to happen, but then we just turned around and bucked a little harder and made it happen. And it was nice. We enjoyed it. And I'm still going to enjoy it. Somehow or another, one of the answers are going to jump in there and make a better racing life again.
I think of the competition, of course, and the rivalry between you and your brother, and I know there's so much love there, but I was curious if you felt that the competition and the rivalry might have made both of you better, because he goes on, too, to win Indianapolis 500 4 times.
No question about that. But, he could have probably won the thing 6 times, 10 times. I mean, the good Lord is the one who's going to determine how many times you win this thing, It isn't easy to win at all. So therefore you think, well, God dang it, what am I going to do? Well, you're going to do nothing, or you're going to keep working hard at it so you can do better. And better means winning, no question about it. And winning is always going to be hard. There's no question about it. You get to going a little bit down the road there, and you stop and you say, holy Moses, I had a chance of winning it. And you do. Good Lord takes care of the rest of it.
Of course. So obviously, of course, you become a legend at Indianapolis, but again, Pikes Peak Hill Climb is arguably the most dangerous race of them all, and you win it 7 times in 8 years, 13 times in all. What was the trick for you having success there, and then also the family having success there?
The whole trick to that thing was want. You want to win. You want to do something. And when you want to bad enough, you're going to do it. But you got to have a little want there. You can't just say, I wish. Wishing he would hack it. I don't think, you see. Might hack it sometime, but I doubt it,
And racing for you, that passion continued even after you decided to walk away from IMS after the 81 victory, because you were 59 years old when you set a new land speed record at the Bonneville Salt Flats. I mean, unbelievable, 223.709 miles per hour, basically 224 miles per hour. How in the world did you pull that off at 59 years old?
You've got it all figured out. That's amazing. Totally is amazing that you've done all that. You had to do an awful lot of it yourself, because I was there too,
Of course. I'm a big fan as well. I mean, so it's not only being a journalist and an interviewer here, but a big fan of your career, Bobby.
That's nice. In other words, it's nice that anybody gets into it, loves it. If you like racing, you gotta like me. If you like me, you gotta like racing. I mean, it just all goes together. Racing is it. Automobile racing has been with us a long time. And I really do believe somebody like yourself, you know what it's like. You enjoy it. You like it. You want to keep on liking it. That's what people are. Yeah. That's the way people are, though. That's the way I am. There had to be a time when maybe I should have got my nose out of the auto racing and tried something else for a while, but no, I don't really want to,
That was part 1 of our interview with 3-time Indianapolis 500 winner Bobby Unser. Tune in Monday for part 2.